This is my first time on. Are we on Twitch? Is this Twitch?
We
We
live
are
on
on
Twitch.
Twitch,
We are
my
live
good
on
friend.
Twitch.
Very dope. Dope.
Yes, sir.
You know,
How are
funny
you?
story. Funny story. Back in the day, out of college, I had a gaming startup. Obviously failed, but was still into gaming, but more so in the investing side. But on I was really into obviously using Epic and Unreal Engine, and they had Fortnite came out back when it first came out. It was more like a tower defense game with like zombies and stuff. And I remember they said, do not, like, if you were invited to the beta, it was like, do not post or stream this on Twitch. And so I was like, screw that. I'm going to try out streaming on Twitch. And that was one of the first things I did. I was one of the first Fortnite streamers, believe it or not. I only did it once, though.
Wow.
I had no
Brian,
viewers.
Brian,
I had
I'm
no
wondering.
viewers. I
I'm
was ahead of
wondering
my time.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that
Ahead of
career
my
would
time.
have been a better one than Republic Capital, man.
Probably. I don't know. I would have had to dye my hair blue. And I was already out of my emo phase by then. So yeah, the girl pants were
Kids are
retired.
making a lot of money though.
Yeah, they are.
They're going crazy.
Were you any good though? Were you like really good at Fortnite or what?
So it was still when it was a tower defense game. So I actually didn't even bother playing when they pivoted. So they survived a pivot, which is something that you look out for in the VC space. They
survived the pivot. And they became a lot more successful.
They didn't have to. I mean, they could have survived without the game. It was Unreal Engine, right? Anyway, I'm talking about the wrong stuff. Dexalot.
You're good. This is the chill space. You're good.
This is
staking.
The chill space.
I'm a staker. I did it 50-50, by the way.
What made you do 50-50?
So wasn't exactly sure on option one when the revenues start kicking in. Kind of just wanted to play with it and see which one was, it's more of a game theory, I guess, right? Figuring out which one is going to be the better option. So just, that's my feel. Just hedging.
Yeah. So just to answer that, it is actually going to kick in after we move into the subnet. And it's going to be for 1 year. At least that's sort of the plan. For
the subnet is 1 year away, or
no.
The fees are 1 year. Okay.
We actually are testing the subnet at the moment. There are some pieces that we need to partner with other folks to solve, but the current timeline that we're looking at is 2 months. I'm hoping it doesn't stretch to 3. But I mean, the state of Avalanche C chain and the speed with which it's growing is unbelievable. I mean, we need to get to the subnet as quickly as possible. I mean, you've seen the snail trail.
The fees are
right?
So
it affected the fees.
The fees weren't that bad though. I mean, but they are getting to a point where you're definitely going to have newcomers see like, what the hell? Why is this? Why are the fees?
Yeah, I mean, it can't be that bad.
Ethereum fees.
Yeah, right? I mean, they did a whitelist. So it blocks out automated accounts. So that whitelist clearly was successful, but even people on the whitelist minting did trigger a scenario where it was like up to 4% of the transactions were the game. But again, like another project dropping an NFT shouldn't break the exchange piece. So that's why we got to get to the subnet as quickly as possible.
Right. No, I agree. Did you get like beta access to the core wallet at all?
I myself have
curious.
not. I myself have not. I have been asking a lot of questions about it, but I did see the announcement where, they said they're going to add a couple more features before they release it. So they delayed it for about 2 to 2.5 months, I believe, right?
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
No, I didn't see that. I think I am curious how it's all going to work with the transition to the subnet stuff. Just with
and it is. I think one of the main features they are building is the multi-chain capability, which effectively means a more seamless experience for the subnets. I'm just speculating, but that's what my guess is, because every project out there that has meaningful transactional volume is asking for, hey, help us bridge our assets between subnets, right? And it's a big need, so I think that's what they're.
I agree. Yeah, I'm excited for that, especially just to see the fees and how fast things go on the Dexalot subnet.
Absolutely. So the new staking solution that I briefly mentioned is going to be very favorable to folks, effectively using Dexalot. Let's just say that. And obviously, fees is a big part of it. We don't want fees to be high, and it's an important consideration for market makers because they're going to inject liquidity. Fees need to be sensible so that they can enter orders quickly and efficiently. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Anyways, man, what else is going on with you? How's life? What's new? Tell us what excites you nowadays. We'd love to hear your perspective, man.
Life is good. I mean, it's the conference season, right? So, a lot of colleagues are out at the conferences. You get FOMO from ones you don't go to, and then you regret going to the ones you do go to. So you can't win.
Of course.
I went to Bitcoin BTC Miami.
How was that?
It was actually pretty good. It was pretty good. I saw a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. Interesting enough, met a couple cool founders. I didn't think you would be. I mean, if you went to this Solana hackathon, you definitely met a lot of founders, right? But if you were in the BTC Miami area, like the Miami Beach area, you met more
GCs.
VCs and individuals. Bitcoin maxis, and which are great. They're always love talking to those guys.
They have this uncanny ability to
not really maxis though.
Sell something that Are they not maxis? You don't think they're not?
I mean, I don't think there is one anymore. I think everybody holds like a diversified bag, right? Whether they like to admit it or not. And
now we're
Bitcoin
talking.
maxi. Yeah, I mean, the Bitcoin's what got me into crypto. So
of course.
I'm always gonna love Bitcoin. I'm always gonna hold it.
I mean, it's the biggest innovation in finance in a long time, right? Even if it's not the end game, I think
it's the light bulb of our light bulb of our generation.
So, exactly, man.
That's for sure. Not gonna turn off the lights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I am going to the Bahamas though.
When is that?
Probably shouldn't announce that on the internet, but.
We're among friends here.
Week,
we're among friends.
Next week, yeah. That's the SALT conference, right? So that's going to be interesting. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I think we on the Dexalot side, we will probably attend Consensus. I mean, I imagine Republic is there and probably sponsoring.
We'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there.
So Austin is a awesome place. So we're gonna be there as Dexalot team. Yeah, man.
It's definitely another crypto city, that's for sure.
Is it?
Okay. Multicoin, I think, is based there. They don't really have a home office, but the founders are from there.
Yeah. Jimmy, I think the music is now taking over the talk again a little bit.
I liked it. Felt like I was in the club.
Yeah.
You're in the club. My bad. We're experiencing some technical difficulties on my side, as you can see. I'm still frozen. So, my bad, my guys. Please continue. I didn't mean to overtake you.
We'll definitely go clubbing in Austin, unless you suggest some other place.
I'm all clubbed out from Miami.
Yeah.
Never be the first one to show up at.
Always be late, right? Fashionably late.
Otherwise, your credit card might somehow end up in the hands of the front desk.
Yes, of course. God. So what else is going on with Republic Capital, man? Tell us a little bit about what's most exciting to you guys. What are the trends that you guys are seeing as one of the big names in the industry?
Yeah, God, there's a lot going on. We're raising for our new fund on our side, so I mean that's like ongoing thing for several weeks.
Arsenal 2?
No. So that's our small partner fund. This is our flagship fund called Republic Capital Venture Fund. This is basically like we started out mostly doing SPVs, right back in 2019, which is when we started, and so this is going to be pretty much our Series A and above, like larger checks.
Sure.
Our partner fund will still participate, right? And we'll still that's more of like a strategic fund, which is Arsenal, which is why it's called the Arsenal, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like our war chest where we can easily anchor in small seed bets and all that stuff, and we have the offshore component as well, where we can write checks into other I say juicy, Dexalots of the world, right? But this fund is more for our strategy, which is how we started out, was where we were investing in space tech, new age fintech, um, and other, interesting, uh, basically startups like climate tech and all that stuff. So it's a blend focus. It's not solely crypto because we're not just a crypto fund. We're industry agnostic and stage agnostic on our side. I simply manage the crypto strategy on our side, but we're a team of 25 on our side. Republic as a whole is a team of over 300 actually.
Yeah, pretty big company now, right?
Yeah, we've grown massively. It's been a wild ride. Ups and downs, but mostly ups.
Of course,
which is thankful for. But
well,
yeah, on our side, it's
most important question is for you.
Yeah.
Are we in a bear market, Brian? And can you do something about it so that we come out of it or something?
I feel like we're always in a bear market. There's always someone that's flipping. I don't think we're in a bear market, to be honest. I don't think we're going to see the bear market like we saw in 2018, in early 2019, because the market was just so different then. You didn't have DeFi summer. You just had the ICO craze, which was just people just launching projects with their dog, right? And just saying like, look, here's what we plan to build, here's what we hope to build, here's what we might build. And it was clearly just a wild west, and that's why it had to come down at that time.
Definitely.
Some great projects did launch around then.
Of course.
And so if you definitely stayed in, you made out a killing when the bear market that we saw, the bull market that we saw in 2020 and 2021 came around. So if you were one of the VCs that stayed in and stuck to your thesis, like that were dedicated crypto VCs and ones that weren't just taking a blended approach, that were traditional VCs getting into crypto, and you made it. The ones that were just dabbling in crypto ran away during the bear market, but now those ones are now here to stay as well too. So those are even when a mini bear comes around, it's still impossible to get in some of the hottest deals, right? So it's like a knife fight right now.
Yeah, of course.
It always is actually. And then you also have VCs sharing deals with each other and trying to one up each other on who has the best flow. And everyone's trying to just back. I mean, at least on our side, we're trying to just back good people and great founders. Because that's what we pride ourselves in and what we try to stick to. Not everyone is going to work out. Not every idea or tech stack is going to be the next big thing. But backing good people is always, you never feel bad about backing a great person and their deal going under. You still want to back them, back their next project, right? I mean, it's obviously sad, but it's all in the end. I think it just comes down to the person, especially in the early crypto projects.
Of course,
right? The pre-seed stuff where it's a GitHub. You just you validate that the Git does what it says, what they say it does, and whether the market and the retail think it's the next thing where they want to put their money into, or that they feel confident that this is a place where they're gonna build their savings. That remains to be seen. It comes down to then the marketing strategy and the founders there, and what's how good are they at operating, and so you have to handicap that in a sense on the VC side, how good are they are doing their stuff, because a lot of these founders are brand new first time founders too, so you do have to from experience figure out who are the ones that are going to execute, and it's also helping them too. So, we do have our own advisory arm as well. Notably, like we've helped launch some projects like Star Atlas and Shingari. We were early friends with Avalanche back in the day. Voyager Digital was a client of ours.
Yeah, one question for you. So I guess, is it fair to say that bear markets are the better times to build and bull markets are the better times to raise?
Oh yeah,
capital,
for sure.
right?
Honestly, I was looking forward to a true bear market. There's definitely going to be one. Just how painful it is remains to be seen. I don't think it's going to be that painful. I mean, we've already had a couple tiny bears so far over the cut since November, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And
in January, right?
Those were definitely painful, but they
Yes.
weren't that bad. You were like, okay, this, it's going to come back. You always know it's going to come back because
I mean, in the end, you back founders. Yeah, you back founders.
Yeah.
Founders aren't like tokens;
Exactly.
they don't disappear, right?
Exactly, and you're in it for 3 to 5 to 7 years when it comes to your vesting period, right? So you're on the phone with the founders, you're making connections to them, to your media connections, or you're helping them figure out, because marketing in this space is very very confusing, right? You can't, Google ads, you can't really take out a Google ad. It's mostly just Twitter, right? Or Reddit.
And Twitch.
Whatever.
Now
yeah.
Twitch.
And Twitch.
Right?
Yeah. And Twitch.
Get in here.
And Twitch. So yeah, you want to, help them innovate and help them reach a broader audience. If you have connections in Asia, because Asia is a huge market, especially in the game industry, Southeast Asia is a huge market. And so you have the guilds, if you're connected to the guilds. So it's all about building those relationships, building those connections, and solidifying those connections to reach a broader audience and help basically get user acquisition, right? It all comes down, the traditional venture side always has a foothold in whatever new industry there is.
So I guess we're all in it for more than just the conferences, huh, Brian?
Yeah.
You can't. Let's go to conferences and party, but I guess I was wrong, huh?
It's about meeting trying to see if you run into one of those founders that just has a unique edge and that has that little sparkle, right?
Yeah.
But also, as a VC, you want to run into LPs too and just hang out with them, make sure that you are still kicking, you are still you are still working, right?
Absolutely.
It's a great space to be in. I feel lucky that I kind of fell into it. But I've always wanted to do something in the crypto space since 2012, and
now it's happening.
Coming from traditional banking was just it was a pain.
But I know a thing or two about that one as well. So
I know you do. I know you do. I know.
Cool, Jimmy.
But it's not wag me by default. You got to still work, right?
Absolutely. So you gotta hustle.
Nonstop. We go crazy.
Yeah. You got to spin that track.
It's
not going to spin itself.
Should we get some beats dropped, Jimmy?
I've been known to drop a beat or two. I can do that.
Let's do something special for Brian if we can.